What is the most important rule of culture?
If you don't love Lady Gaga, you don't love yourself. All right, Bowen, I am excited you've come in for this job interview.
You are exactly qualified.
Mm.
You're on the knife's edge. This interview will make or break whether or not you get hired here.
Bowen, you were pre-med studying chemistry, moved into graphic design, launched Las Culturistas, broke out at Saturday Night Live, and now you're acting in major film and TV projects. Looking back at that path, what's been the most exciting part of it for you?
The most exciting part of my illustrious career has been the many airport lounges of the world.
Favorite one?
Delta One, New York? No, Delta One, LAX.
I was looking for Minneapolis. Luckily, that's not a requirement in this job.
Matt, you started out performing in college, waited tables in New York while building your career, also trained at Upright Citizens Brigade, created Las Culturistas with me, and built a career across live performance, podcasting, and acting. What feels like the turning point that made all of this possible?
I think that when Padma Lakshmi showed up to our podcast recording with a bottle of
Veuve Clicquot.
Yep, in a full black catsuit and was ready to party with us.
She thought it would be at a venue with an admiring crowd.
Yeah, she was like, I thought there was going to be an audience. That's my Padma.
And then left that episode saying, this was bitchin'.
This was bitchin'. Hi, Padma.
Hi, Padma.
Earlier in your career, like truly early, you were apparently dominating Dance Dance Revolution at a Best Buy. If this job interview had a skills test, what song are you picking to prove you still have it right now on the DDR?
This is true. I was at the Best Buy in Park Meadows Mall in Colorado. And the song back then, as it is now, was Love at First Sight by Kylie Minogue.
I think I remember that one.
I mean, it's got to be Kylie.
Started it all.
Started it all. By the way, I am hiring you to be my doula.
You really should hire another doula.
No, it's got to be you. Back when we were both at NYU, what did you think your job was going to look like after you graduated?
I'm going back to do the commencement speech, and I think one of the things I'm going to say is you can't just do this. You have to do a million other things, and you have to throw everything at the wall. I would have hoped to be in like a 30 Rock type writer's room. I think the dream was boring to work at SNL.
Yes.
How did Saturday Night Live first come into the picture for you?
Like you, get to college, we do comedy. It's kind of like...
Yeah, the thing, the Mecca.
The Mecca. I knew, even before I started working there, that it was just a very hard job, no matter what department you're in. My manager at the time tells me to put together a tape. I'm like, they'll never hire an effeminate Asian man. I do it anyway on a lark, expecting no one to see it. And then that, I think, was the way that, like, I made something that I thought was funny, and that then it translated to someone else internally thinking it was funny.
Yeah.
And I just kept going, and then wrote for a season, was amazing. I learned so much. Then got moved to the cast, knew that it was time to go because it felt like there was just this amazing new crop of people coming in.
It says on your resume that Sandra Oh on Grey's Anatomy inspired you to pursue pre-med. Was there a specific scene that stuck with you? This is hard because she's got so many memorable, sticky scenes.
Yes. When people in the hospital at Seattle Grace, at the time it was Seattle Grace, had to report all sexual activity that they had with other doctors. And Christina Yang had to confess to a board that she had relations with Preston Burke.
Her attending.
And
you said, I want to go into medicine.
I said, I want to go into medicine.
He is a huge thing for Isaiah Washington to this day.
I do.
Problematic king.
And she goes, this is not difficult.
It's unbearable.
How do you think our college comedy backgrounds, mine and improv, yours doing sketches, shaped our partnership and ultimately Las Culturistas?
Well, famously, you were the gay guy in the improv group at NYU, and I was the gay guy in the sketch group at NYU, and this gave license for everyone else in those groups to be like, do it, be best friends, come on. And then I think we looked at each other and we're like, I'm not gonna be friends with him because I'm not gonna do what they say just because of my sexuality. And then I think we knew like the same Taylor Swift B-sides, and then we were quickly friends just because we were gay.
It's like when arranged marriages are actually beautiful.
After college, you were using your graphic design skills for your own comedy. What were you making for yourself at the time?
I was making everything. I was loading up the Q decks. I was talking to the tech people at every theater in New York. I was making show posters.
He would make mine.
I would make
Some of
yours.
my favorite posters I've ever had were Bowen Yang's. Do you think you'd be at the top of the graphic design field had you... Really?
I was so bad at my day job. People would be like, so you were gone for like an hour and 45 minutes for lunch. I was like, right. I was at an audition. Matt, after graduation, you were waiting tables in New York. What did that teach you about performing?
It helped me get over a social anxiety that I do have. It may not seem like I'm a socially anxious person, but I think that just the ability to go up and approach a table of strangers and introduce yourself and ask how you can take care of them in a way sort of got me to commit to situations and also learn how to engage with people no matter what they were throwing back at you.
And it also helps when they're liquored up.
For sure. It really helps when...
In the audience or at the table.
Yeah. When we first started Las Culturistas, what were your hopes for it? Did you ever think it would lead to where we are now?
No. We always say this. We would not have called it Las Culturistas, a name that no one is able to say.
No, my dad can't say it. It says Las Costa Ricas.
There you go.
I was like, well, that's just a country twice.
That's just a country. That's just multiple of the same country.
Yeah.
We had no hopes and dreams. I'll speak for you.
None.
We were just like, this is a play date with my best friend.
Yeah.
And then somehow
the
numbers kept growing. I mean, like a year in, we would like look at the numbers and be like, oh my gosh, like 67 people listened this
I remember 67. When you decide to do a podcast with someone when you're 27 and you're best friends, you don't realize what that could become, which is you're also deciding on like your business partner 10 years later, 11 years later, like the person you're going to be in all these situations with. But we were lucky that we picked the right person for that too, because
arranged marriages work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's nailing this job interview, by the way.
Where do you see the Las Culturistas Culture Awards going? What's the crazy dream version?
It's gonna sound like a cop-out answer. I feel like this is the crazy dream version.
I have the same answer, yeah.
It's like we already get to do the grotesque, blown out, stupid, ridiculous version of this thing that we both love, which is award shows. I think this is already peak.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep doing it. It's not to say that like, all right, we've hit it and we're done. I think we're gonna keep it going as long as they let us.
And I would agree 100%. And add that if it got more legit, that would feel not as good.
I said this to Tina Fey, our friend, our advisor. She came to SNL earlier in the fall, and she was like, Will Forte's wife is going around bragging to everyone that he's a Culture Award winner. And I was just like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. Doesn't she know that it's not a real award? And she goes, no, Bowen. You guys have done what every award show does, which is you create a little club, and then you just hand out these statues to whoever you decide it should go to. And I'm like, oh, she gets the essence of what this is, which is kind of why the Oscars even started, was just like a way to bust unions and also to like, to like give, to like kind of like affirm all these people from within and have it be a circle jerk. And don't censor that, Wall Street Journal.
It's the most widely viewed circle jerk in the world.
I'm so jealous. What is the most important rule of culture?
If you don't love Lady Gaga, you don't love yourself. I was singing Donatella yesterday.
Of course.
I smoke Marlboros and drink champagne. But yes, to answer the question, if you don't love Lady Gaga,
you don't love yourself. Finally, Matt, this is really what's gonna determine whether or not you have this job. Do you have a personal favorite Las Culturistas Culture Awards category or nominee where you felt we nailed it? You have multiple answers.
The category is scariest moment in history, and the winner is Hereditary, Lil Diva Head Come Off. I remember when that popped into my mind and then popped onto the page. I did not know it would do what it's done, which is become
started a movement.
People's independent merch. It became our official merch there. I would like to offer you the job.
I would love a parking stipend.
That we can do that.
Yeah, we can work that.
Come on now, over there.
Over there.
That's my coworker.
My guy.